All right, so here we go with this next question. First things first, that's our y-intercept. That's our y-intercept. That is a dot, and the coordinates of the dot are this. The x value is 0, and the y value is exactly what that number is, 3 5/8. So there's some free information for us. What's our slope? Our slope is rise over run, which happens to be 7/4. Now, very important, just in case we need, I don't remember if I talked about it before, we know that that could be written like that, but that doesn't help us because we don't know which number this negative sign applies to, but we know mathematically it can also be written like this. Now, this is helpful for us because this would be like up and left. Well, this one would be down and right. But what do we know about staircases? You can go down and right, but you can also go up and left and have this same staircase. So depending on the needs of our graph, we'll either use this or this. Those are both important, okay? So we don't know which one we need yet, and that's okay. So we're just identifying kind of what we got here. All right. Let us draw this thing. So there's my graph. There's my graph. First things first, I'm going to put the 3 5/8 right there. And I see that my rise is -7/4. But if I was to go down by 7, look what happens here. That'd be, I'd have like 2 5/8, 1 5/8, 0 5/8. But on this side, I'd have to have a flip around into a different fraction. So we don't want to go down 0. I'm going to recommend that you never, when you're making these things, just for simplicity, never go through the x-axis. Okay, write that down. Never cross the x-axis. So when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, well, going down by 7 would take me below 0, so forget it. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this one instead. I'm going to rise by 7 and drop back by 4. So I'm going to make a couple more points on this thing. That'll be, rising by 7 will be 10 5/8. Rising by 7 will be 17 5/8. Now, obviously, I estimated this distance, so I'm going to put my little lightning bolt in right now. Maybe even shade that out right now. Nothing's going to go through there. Nothing goes through there. And my run is -4, so -4, -8. So here we go. There's our first dot. And I'm going to increase by 7 and drop back by 4. Increase by 7, drop back by 4. There's my staircase. Up by 7, back by 4, up by 7, back by 4. And then you just simply make your arrow. Now, you don't need to show the steps, okay? The staircase is what I mean, okay? Let's put a little y down there, a little x over there. And I'm just going to put the equation over here because that's where there's room. Over here, it's too cluttered. So I'll put over here y equals -7/4x plus 3 5/8. All right? So there, everything is in view, and that's what we're trying to do. We're always trying to have a graph that's in view. Oh yeah, I did remember to put this little lightning bolt here because I estimated that little space right there. So that's how you do it. Number 1, you find the y-intercept dot. Number 2, you identify the slope. Then you put the dot down, and then you just go where your slope tells you to go, and you're just fine. You can do any question like that. If you can't remember this 1-2 step, well, you can hit pause and rewind and stuff, but you can always throw this back into a table of values. It's going to be a lot more work, but it will always work out in the end. All right? Hope this helps. Catch you guys soon.